Hello everyone. I thought I would just do a brief video to kind of give you an idea of what it is that we've been doing over on Patreon. I know a lot of people, this is still a relatively new concept and a lot of people don't know what it is. So I thought I'll just do a short video and give you an idea. In a lot of ways, it's this. Pretty much, there's all different levels that you can sort of pledge to unlock to be able to see different things. And one of the things you can see, for example, pretty much every day, I've been writing a book on tarot, and I'm doing it in real time so that people who subscribe on Patreon get to read it as I'm writing it. They don't have to wait until it's finished. And not only do they read it while it's happening, but also get to, leave comments, ask questions, things like that, which I can then answer through making videos like this. So in essence, what Patreon is we hang out here on my terrace every day, and we talk about magic, and we talk about tarot, and we talk about, all sorts of things sort of in the metaphysical genre. I do a couple of podcasts on there. One is called Magic Revolution, and one is called The Inner Sanctum. But when it comes to like the magic podcast, things of that nature, some weeks it will be, discussions about the theory behind certain aspects of magic, and it could be anything from numerology to tarot to color to planetary energies. Enochian and archangel work, things of that nature, or it could be, actual practices that we're doing, things like, breathing exercises, visualization exercises, mantras, things of that nature. So it's videos, it's writing, it's podcasts, it's a little bit of everything. And to be honest, I absolutely love doing this. It's sort of built a little community up around the things that I've loved my entire life. And now, other people who love those things are being drawn to them, wanting to share in them. And it's amazing. It sort of set me on fire inside and just got me enthusiastic and excited and, just not able to wait to get up in the morning and get started again. And in a lot of ways, it really is just like hanging out on my terrace with friends and talking about things that friends talk about, things that you have in common with others. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should tell you that may pique your interest. I'm thinking maybe as October approaches, what I may do is go around New York and do a sort of photography project where I photograph haunted locations in New York. For example, the White Horse Tavern where Dylan Thomas died, or the Chelsea Hotel where Sid and Nancy used to live, and then write stories about them, write about what I experienced while I was there to go along with the photos. If you in the past were a fan of the Crimson Lotus podcast, it was my solo podcast, this is a lot of the same thing. I'm not doing those anymore. I don't really, spend a lot of time and effort on those just because I'm doing everything on Patreon now. It kind of, makes you lose interest in a lot of other social media just because there's a point to it. With Patreon, it's focused on something. And with me, for example, it's my magic and my artwork. Those are the two things. They're deeply intertwined, deeply interwoven. For me, they're inseparable. And that's the driving force, the driving goal behind Patreon. Whereas social media seems to be more just floundering. People don't really have an agenda. They're not really going anywhere. It's just sort of like, here's a picture of my grilled cheese from lunch, things of that nature. And, life is short. Life is very short. And that's one of the things you learn from being in prison for 20 years, being on death row. You realize how short life is and how important the time is that we have. And I just don't want to engage or indulge in things that don't motivate me and inspire me and things of that nature. And it's hard to find things like that on social media. There's so much crap and hate out there. And Patreon weeds a lot of that out. So if this sounds like something that you'd be interested in, you know, you get to see pieces of upcoming art shows that I'm working on and artwork that I'm creating to get ready for those shows, all that sort of thing, in addition to the magic, in addition to the tarot, the meditation. But it's really like a conversation. You know, I may be the one sitting here in front of the camera, but everyone else asks questions, makes comments, and then I take those things, and that lets me know what the next video needs to be about. Whatever it is people are interested in, what they're wanting to hear more about, what they're wanting to hear less about, you know, things of that nature. So I'm going to wrap this up, keeping it pretty short, but now you sort of see a little bit of what we're doing on Patreon. And if this is something you're interested in, I'd love to see you over there. Be part of our community. Have a good day, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.